You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails. Garner great pet tips and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy holidays and welcome to this special Santa Paws episode of the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Today, I get to play my favorite role, Santa Paws. Each year at this time, we invite special guests on the air who will help you and your pets celebrate the holidays in the most awesome way. Now, you need to pay special heed as some of our guest elves are giving away great pet products just in time for the holidays. The details on these products and how you can win are going to be posted on the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio's site. And they're also going to be unleashed in the special Arden Moore Knows Pets e-newsletter that comes out in early December. But there's more. Yes, it is wonderful to receive, but this holiday season is also about giving. And so for the fourth straight year, I have searched the country and found a handful of very worthy pet charities who will benefit by your time, money, or support. So everybody stick around. I want you to sit and stay. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your jolly host, Arden Moore. We've got lots of guests and a lot to give and to share. So, everybody, you put down that eggnog and stop singing those holiday songs off key. It is time for the 4th annual Santa Paws episode of the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. Let's get started. I am delighted. Our first guest is Meovelous. Yeah, he's going to the cats and the dogs, but for this special appearance, our guest is going to be coming up with an amazing gift for all the feline friends you have. I am delighted to invite onto our show from Solvit Products, the president of Solvit Products, Patrick Hoffman. Hey, Patrick, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, let's get catty in a good way. I mean, you go to solvitproducts.com, and you're doing everything to help bring out the best for dogs and cats. There's a lot of indoor kitties out there that get kind of bored because they just sit out and nap and groom and eat. It's a kind of a vicious cycle. So tell us about the special gift that you're going to be giving away to our listeners today, a lucky listener, and why it's really, really important for our cats, especially the indoor cats.
Sure. You hit on a very good point, Arden. Sometimes cat life can be boring, and so we give them treats and toys to play with. And a very common accessory in feline homes is some kind of a cat tree. But most cat tree offerings out there are really pretty boring of themselves. They really haven't changed much since the late 70s, so you have these kind of off-color shag carpet sculptures sitting in your living room. So we looked at that concept, and we came up with a very different way to provide a playscape for kitties, and it's actually called the Kittyscape. And the idea is it's a group of parts that can be configured in different ways and assembled by hand without tools. So you can basically build a play structure for your cat that is unique to them and easy to change really within a few minutes. It's easy to convert it totally from one shape to another. You could think of Legos or Lincoln Logs or something like that. It's a similar concept, and you can add on to it with accessories and other pieces as well.
I got to tell you, folks, my cats, Zeke and Murphy, I put this in my living room, Patrick, and it actually kind of blends with my furniture, so thank you for that. And when I'm watching TV or having guests over, Zeke and Murphy are in and out of the little nooks, and they like the shelves, and there's places for them to scratch and to climb, and they get to tower above my dogs, Chipper and Cleo. I think kind of surveying the scene from a good height is a big deal to cats, don't you agree?
Absolutely. And just keeping things fresh and changing. You know, cats are naturally inquisitive and smart animals, and they can get bored with the same old environment. So the ability to add new pieces to this structure or to change it around makes cats stay interested in it, and they get more play value out of it.
And I know you have 3 different models, and you do even have an entire Kittyscape add-on and accessories page on the solvitproducts.com. So tell us a little bit about the one that we're going to be giving away today, and we will let you know who the lucky winner is, and maybe we can get a picture of them with their cat or cats enjoying it.
That'd be great. We're going to be giving away a deluxe kit, a deluxe starter kit, and so that includes 4 different platforms and a number of scratching columns and several hiding places. There's a space called the hammock hideaway, which is suspended below one of the platforms, and there's a penthouse that is on top of the top platform, teaser toy, and a few other accessories that go with it. So it's enough to build a tower. If you wanted to go vertically with it, you could go as high as 6 feet. Some people like to spread the pieces out more in a horizontal format, which is possible with this kit, and so you could start with the platforms close together if you have kittens, and then stretch them out as they get older. You can do a lot of different things with this kit.
Now, what's the furry lineup in your family, Patrick?
Well, I've got a bunch of furry kids, and so at the moment we're between pets and trying to decide if it's going to be a cat or a dog. We don't actually have either one. We've had some small mice and gerbils recently, but actually we're out of pets at the moment.
And what got you even involved in Solvit Products? I mean, I love the name. It says what it is. I'm a daughter of an engineer, and when I see the way you've designed this, it was easy for me. I had more trouble putting together my little lit Santa from Lowe's yesterday that took supposedly an hour and a half. It was only supposed to take 15 minutes. I got to tell you, I put together the Kittyscape for Zeke and Murphy. It literally took me minutes, and I was like, thank you! Somebody gave me directions that were easy to follow, and it's very, very sturdy. But how did you even get involved in this whole pet world with this kind of engineering design?
Well, I'm the son of an engineer, so
you got right.
maybe we have like minds. But
yeah.
I actually worked in the industry for another company for a number of years, and just felt like there was a need for some innovation and some unique products. That company made a lot of let's say basic pet products, and right. I had an idea for the pet ramp. And from there, it expanded to some other products. But our focus has always been, let's do kind of different items and complicated items, and let's try to solve things that are not simple like pet bowls or litter pans, but do things with more parts and kind of enjoyment in the product.
Well, I think you've done it. I give you Paws up for what you're doing, and I'm excited that you're part of the 4th annual Santa Paws. I know it's kind of a crazy theme, but it works, and we've got thousands of people going to be vying for the Kittyscape. We're going to ask each of these guests, you're the first one, and this is your time. It's the holidays. Is there a tip you'd like to share to our listeners or a holiday wish before we bid adieu?
Well, I'd say a tip is you can't spoil your pets enough, so keep it up. Holiday wish is for world peace between cats and dogs.
Okay.
And one more, just if you're a dog out there, I hope your bone under the tree is the biggest one.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Patrick, I'm delighted that you could be our guest. I wish you, your family, all the tail waggers and purr meisters a very great holiday season. Thank you for being part of this.
Thank you for having me, Arden. Good luck.
All right, everybody, you got to dash over to solvitproducts.com. It's SOLVIT products.com. Check out the Kittyscape. That's what's up for grabs. But there's a lot of amazing, innovative, cleverly designed products on that site for the cats and dogs in your heart and your life. We again thank Patrick Hoffman for being on the show, and we're going to get back and dig into our next bag of tricks to see what's up to win. Thanks again, Patrick.
Thank you.
Hey, listeners, we're going to keep this cat theme going for a moment. We've just had a great example of a wonderful idea for bring out the play with a purpose for your kitty. Now let's talk about the bathroom habits of your kitty and your dog. And that is, we're giving away, it's called, I love the name, the Pet Loo. That's right, Loo. That's British for the bathroom. That's because we're giving away the Pet Loo. And you guys are going to have to listen carefully, because if you email Arden at Four-Legged Life with the code word the Pet Loo, you will get your paw on one of this winning prize. Now, let me tell you about it. We're going to talk about bathrooms, right? Okay. There are times when you have to take your dog out for a walk and it is just raining, or it's sleeting, or it's really cold, or maybe your dog isn't feeling well. This is a great product that's going to help when duty calls and the weather is not very welcoming. So check out thepetloo.com. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to be having the creator of the Pet Loo on as a special guest. He is Toby Scovron, and this is a product that can be used for both dogs and cats. So we're very delighted to have the Pet Loo participate in the 4th annual Arden Moore Knows Pets Santa Paws episode. Go ahead, check it out, thepetloo.com. All right, you know what happens to the holidays? If we're not careful, our canine pal can be turned into a chubby, hairy ottoman. Too much treats, too much good food, and sitting around is going to pack on the pounds on our pup, and that's not a good thing, but we have a great solution. The next giveaway is brought to you by Pet Zen Products. They have a nifty website. Not only is it petzenproducts.com, but for this particular prize, I want you all after the show to dash over to dogtread.com. And here to explain what the heck I'm talking about is one of the co-founders of Pet Zen. I am delighted to give a big pause and applause to our very special guest. She is the one and only Krista Wickens. Hey, Krista, welcome to the show.
Hi, Arden. Thanks for having us. We're glad to be here.
All right, we got a health issue going here. We got too many chubby canines, but you guys have some great solutions. And let's talk a little bit about how you and Dog Trend and Fur Fitness, you guys have kind of combined forces for a good cause for our pets.
Yeah, we're very excited to be working with Fur Fitness. We just recently announced our partnership with them, and they are really leaders in working with overweight and obese dogs. And we combine forces to help customize some programs for dogs that are overweight and obese. And what the knowledge that they have in this area really is unsurpassed. And along with our products, we're hoping to change some lives for many dogs across the country. I mean, right now, overweight and obesity has reached epidemic levels in dogs, affecting approximately 1 in 5 dogs across the country. And we see that body weight has increased 37% in dogs since 2007. Those numbers are
wow.
Huge. And largely in part, we think it's because of our lifestyles. We're busier, life is more hectic, and now we're looking at the holidays where life gets even more hectic with less time to work out. So providing products and solutions to help pet owners keep their dogs healthy is really what we've been all about. Our approach to pet health and product development has always been very holistic. We've sought to understand how dogs learn, think, behave, and move when we develop our products. So the products that we do have are very easy for dog owners to use. Dogs like to use them, and that was really the premise behind the Canine Fitness Vest.
Well, let's talk about that. The Canine Fitness Vest. This is the giveaway we're giving listeners, so pay attention to what Krista is about to say. But I love your mantra, get fit, play fit, stay fit.
Yes. So, a well-rounded canine fitness plan should include many components. And one of those components is resistance training. And resistance training in the canine world has long been relegated to constricting weighted vests, cart pulling, precariously loaded backpacks, and the unpredictable shift of weight and constriction of movement made it really hard for the average dog owner to use, and often very potentially dangerous if you didn't understand canine movement and anatomy. So our goal with this fitness vest was to create a vest that could be worn just like a sweater, that worked with the dog's body, that was anatomically correct, and we focused on developing a prescribed fitness levels. So really helping dog owners work with progressing resistance training, because that's the basis of and the goal of resistance training is to gradually and progressively make ordinary movements more difficult, with the end goal to strengthen the muscular, skeletal, and cardiovascular systems, and overall will improve canine health. So using a prescribed fitness scoring level helps direct gradual and progressive strengthening of the dog's body and educates the owner on how to do that and limits problems that you would have by overloading. So,
you know what I really like, Krista, too, about the Pets and Canine Fitness Vest? There's a nifty video you have on YouTube that really shows this lab putting it on and walking around. There's no chafing. It fits the body. I don't want to say it fits like a glove because dogs don't wear gloves, but it seems to be a nice, snug fit that is reducing anxiety and stress and things like that.
Exactly. So the fitness vest we designed was not just for resistance training. We did employ what we call our second skin weighted control system. So it's designed to fit the dog's body close, like you say, almost like a glove, and it safely engages active movement without any shifting, chafing, or restriction. It doesn't slide around.
I wish I could wear clothes like that. I haven't found just kidding.
So we have the resistance component, and then we also have there's a safety component to it. We use high visibility reflective material to ensure that the dog is seen in low light situations. So you can take your dog outside on a run and use this vest. You can either use the resistance weights or take them out. And then after a workout, we have a therapeutic component, which allows you to put cold packs in the chambers where the resistance weights are. So you slide the weights out, you put the cold packs in, and it helps to cool muscles after a workout. Or with a dog that may have some inflammation, you can put the cold packs in. And then finally, and what I love most about this vest is it's also a great sensory integration tool because of our compression fabric and the weight. It gives the dog just a gentle hug and makes them feel more secure in new situations. For instance, we use it to introduce dogs to our dog treadmill. It helps them feel a little bit more secure in what might be a stressful situation. Also great for teaching a dog to run off leash or in a crowded area. So we call this our 4-in-1 vest because there's actually multiple components to the vest.
Well, I think you covered all four quite well, Krista. And you know what? Whether you have 2, 3, or 4 legs, you all deserve a hug. And I'm delighted that you are part of the 4th annual Santa Paws special. And we're going to give you the contact information about the winner. But before you get off the air, Krista, we're asking each one of our special guests, is there a tip, a holiday wish you'd like to share with our listeners to help them and their pets this holiday season?
Yes, and Arden, thank you so much for having us. Holidays are a hectic time for us, but we also need to remember that they're a hectic time for our animals too. And sometimes just pausing, taking a deep breath, sitting down, giving your dog a massage helps you both relax and enjoy the holidays much better.
And any special 4-leggers in your life?
Yes, I have quite a few 4-leggers in my life. My 13-year-old lab is my pride and joy. Had her for since the time she was a puppy, and she is my pride and joy.
What's your pride and joy's name?
Jasper. Her name is Jasper.
Okay, and then you also foster, you say?
Yes, I do some fostering work, and as well with friends and family throughout the holidays and other times. I'm the go-to mom when others are leaving town. So.
Well, we are delighted we've had Krista Wickens on the show. She is with Pet Zen. I need you to go to 2 different websites, listeners. I want you to see their main site, that is petzenproducts.com, and I want you to check out their other site. It's called dogtrend.com, and learn more about how Dog Trend and Fur Fitness are joining forces to keep our dogs in great shape. I salute you for that, Krista, because, you know, when they're in good, healthy shape, they get to live longer and there's less vet bills. So you're doing a good thing there, Krista.
Thank you, Arden.
All right. Well, we're delighted you're on the show. We're going to reach into our big Santa Paws bag and see what else pops up. But we're going to take a commercial break first. So everybody sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. Oh Behave will be back in a flash. Right after these messages.
It's the holidays at PetSmart, so come one and all. There are hundreds of gifts for pets big and pets small. Toys only at PetSmart, so special and new. They'll love the gifts. You'll love the value. Hurry to PetSmart today for your very best friend and save 30 to 50% before the holiday ends.
The holidays are just around the corner. Go to PetLifeRadio.com/PetSmart and save up to 30% on awesome gifts for the pets and pet people in your life. Toys, collars, leashes, PetSmart gift cards, treats, and more. So shop early and save money. Go to PetLifeRadio.com/PetSmart today.
This year, Americans are expected to spend a jaw-dropping $36 billion on their pets. From lighted leashes to high-end spa products, the discriminating pet owner can find just about anything to pamper his or her pet. Hi, this is Michelle Fern. Join me every week for Best Bets for Pets, where we'll talk about the latest pet products and talk to the companies that make them. Best Bets for Pets, every week, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey, this is Allie Sweeney from Days of Our Lives and The Biggest Loser, and you're listening to Arden Moore on the O Behave Show on Pet Life Radio.
Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
All right, listeners, I told you that this special episode of the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio is all about getting, but also giving. And we have identified a handful of wonderful people doing great things for people and pets all over the country. I am very delighted that the first we're going to showcase is a good friend of mine, Kathy Conheim. She has a site you have to dash over to. It's called henrysworld.org. I'm going to shut up and let Kathy explain what the heck it's all about, the special 3-legged cat and a friend, a canine friend that have formed a friendship. Kathy, first of all, thank you for being a guest on our show. Secondly, thank you for all you do to enhance the lives of people and pets all over this planet. So who the heck are Henry and Henry's special friend Tink?
Well, Henry came into our lives 9 months after the worst fires in California history, and many families came to stay at our home in Julian because it was 1 in 5 in a whole mile that wasn't burned. And one of the families had a little girl and she wanted a kitty. Well, we were a dog-only home, and truth be known, I didn't like cats at all. But reluctantly, I said, okay, but I didn't know that kitties don't come in onesies, so 4 kitties arrived. And the next week, there was a boy kitten there, and he'd had an accident, and he needed an amputation at the shoulder. So even though I, quote, didn't like cats, we took the little guy in post-operatively, supposedly to find him a home. It didn't work that way. I started writing letters from Henry about what a strange world he was in now, and the letters started pouring in, not just, hi, how are you letters, but letters from people who were struggling, who had been rejected, who were wounded. And now, 8 years later, there's over 60,000 letters that Henry has sent out, and he's had 2 of his own books, and he's really formed a national healing and educational project based on his own story of survival and of courage and of perseverance, and mostly of triumph over bias and barriers. So he clearly showed me the power of love to overcome any of my own prejudice and obstacles, and now I love cats.
Oh, that is great. And you love cats, and now Henry loves dogs. I know you have a wonderful poodle named Dolly.
Yeah.
There's another special dog in Henry's life.
Yeah, well, there's two. Besides having to win us over, he had to deal with Dolly, the black poodle, who had been an only child and didn't want a cat there. So Dolly wrote a book, What About Me? I'm Here Too, because she had this story of mixed feelings and confused feelings, and she felt invisible because all of a sudden there was this wounded animal here. So Henry teaches us that every life deserves a story, but Dolly teaches us that we have to have an emotional vocabulary to let people make their needs known. Well, when Henry was about 2, he met another dog. It's a sweet little 5-pound dog named Tink. And Tink was born without any front legs as a result of probably bad breeding. At first, Henry didn't have a clue what to make out of her. She looked different, and instead of walking, she bounced. And she was bouncing around trying to chase him. And he'd never seen anything like that. And Tink had never seen a cat and was extremely curious and excited about this handsome, furry, 3-legged guy. So their story is really one about self-discovery, and it's about acceptance, and how what may seem impossible to some really becomes a reality. Henry and Tink are two dear, sweet, innocent souls who don't see each other as sort of, quote, bad different. They're just the way we frequently see differences. Theirs is a love story that came to realize that we're all different in our own way, and we're all special in our way. And over these years, they've developed a relationship. They're best friends forever, of admiration, of love and compassion, and they've become best friends. And now Tink has a set of wheels, so she can really just zip around and chase her boyfriend. And they've decided to come out with their love story to the whole world, and their new book is called Henry and Tink, A Remarkable Romance. And it's the love story of this 3-legged cat and a 2-legged dog. It's a wonderful story of discovery, and it's put together in sort of the fashion of an album of pictures of their discovery of each other. And I think this book, as well as 50,000 other books that are out in the world, work because we live in such a divisive culture right now where everybody wants to categorize everybody as good and bad. These animals offer acceptance and a lack of judgment, and they have the innocence of a young child. And humans are hungry for that, which is why I think these books will just charm people at the very core of who they are. All the profits of any of Henry's materials go to animals in need. The wisdom is for humans, and the profits is to help animals who are less fortunate than Henry and Tink were.
Well, I think that's beautifully said, Kathy, and I want people to go to henrysworld.org, and you're going to be able to see a little bit about this book, Henry and Tink, A Remarkable Romance. Kathy is willing to give away, she's given away 3 copies, but this is a great gift idea for the pet lover in your life, and you're helping out animals in need and giving us 2-leggers a little bit more for our soul. And, during this crazy, hectic holiday season, I think this is one of the best gifts you can give someone. Now, Henry got some credentials. Henry was the ASPCA Cat of the Year in 2010, and you guys just came up with this really cool video that has some animation to it. You want to tell us how people can view that?
Yeah, if they go to henrysworld.org, on the front page, you'll see Henry, a cartoon of Henry. It says Boots on the Ground, and right below it there's a little thing called a Salamation Doodle, and it's the 3-minute story in a technique that nobody's ever seen before, and people are just loving it. It's already gone out to tens of thousands of people. Henry has a little holiday tip for people.
Okay.
He wants them to unleash kindness. Each day, he wants people to do something to make someone else's life better. And we each have time, money, and energy. So you got to have some of those. We each have time, and we each have energy. So whether you have dollars or not is not the issue. Just do something and unleash kindness one day, each day in December. And if you like it, do it for the rest of your life.
Oh, paws up to you, Kathy Conheim, to Henry, to Tink, to Dolly, and the rest of the group that are really fostering this great message. I am delighted that you could be a guest on our show, and guess what, folks? She's got so much more to say. We're going to be having Kathy back on the air in another month or 2. We're going to do a special Valentine's episode, and we're really going to delve into the Henry and Tink, A Remarkable Romance, and just how this 2-legged dog and this 3-legged cat can really help us make a difference for everyone that purrs, has a tail wag, and walks, just like us. So, Kathy, any parting message before we bid adieu?
Paws up.
All right, paws up.
How many you have? How many ever you have? We're putting them up in the air.
All right, go please to henrysworld.org, everyone, and go check out that special animation video and learn a lot more about this wonderful three-legged cat. And what Kathy is doing, she is the official cat scribe for Henry, and here's your chance to get an autographed copy of this book. And please, please, please consider doing this as a special gift for that special person in your life. We're delighted to have you as one of our spotlighted charities, Kathy.
Well, we're delighted to be here. Thanks a lot for all you do.
All right. Take care, Kathy. Okay, my special holiday listeners, we've got another goodie to give to you, and we're going to give it to a special person who's paying attention and emails me. We have to talk about cats and bathroom issues. Come on, guys. You all know what I'm talking about. You walk into somebody's home, or they walk into your home, and they go, oh, you have a cat. And they say it just like that. Oh, you have a cat. It's not about their purr, it's about their poop they're talking about. Well, our special guest today has a brilliant solution to kitty litter box odor. In fact, they have actually unleashed the litter odor revolution. I'm talking about the makers of this, you've got to get this product, Litter Genie. And here to talk a little bit more about it is the senior brand manager for Litter Genie, Chikako Harada.
Thank you so much, Arden. Thank you so much for inviting me to talk to you about Litter Genie. We are so excited about our new product. And like you said, it really takes the hassle out of cleaning your cat's litter box. So what we've heard is, currently a lot of people use the trash bags that they get free from the grocery store. Sometimes they have to double it up because, there's inevitably a hole at the bottom and you don't want any, sort of little clumps, making a track along your carpet. So, it's a hassle because then once you clump it, you have to bring it to the outside trash, especially during the winter time. You don't want to have to be trekking, to the outside since it's so cold. So what Litter Genie offers is it's a really small, compact unit. It's almost the size of a small wastebasket. And you put it next to the litter box, and then when you're ready to scoop, you open the lid, scoop in the clumps into the Litter Genie, close the lid, and then there's a little handle in the front that you pull. And what that does is that the litter clumps then fall to the bottom of the receptacle, and then when you release the handle, then you've kind of sealed up that litter clump, so that's why it doesn't smell. And you can just repeat, open lid, scoop, pull the handle, open lid, scoop, pull the handle for days. Even if you have just one cat, it can hold up 2 weeks of litter clumps. And you'll never have to go to the outside trash every day or make those frequent trips. And you just have to do it, once every 2 weeks. And then when it's full, open it up, cut and tie. There's a built-in cutter that makes that whole process really easy. And then you bring it out to the outside trash. So it makes that whole process so much easier that, it's hassle-free. So you do it more often. And because of that, your house smells nice and fresh. And what you're saying, when the, guests arrive during the holiday season and they're like, oh, you must have a cat. That comment's all gone.
Yeah, what's funny about that when they make that comment? They never say, oh, you must have a dog. Wow, what cool tricks. Every time it's with the cat, it's, oh, you must have a cat. And it's never because the cat's cool, purrs like a Mack truck. It's dealing with the bathroom issue. I've got to tell you, I've got 2 cats, Zeke and Murphy. And I have been using the Litter Genie because I got tired of going to the grocery store, coming home, hoping that nothing that I carried in my grocery bag home would create a microscopic pinhole. And I actually blow into those plastic bags and look for the pinhole, right? And I'm like, drats, that one's got a hole in it. It's wasted. Well, you've taken away that folly that I've had. I have to tell you that Zeke and Murphy love that the Litter Genie's parked right next to their 3 litter boxes, because if you're supposed to have 1 litter box per cat plus 1, and I have it in my office, I don't have to wear a clothespin on my nose.
That's so, and what's funny is that when you talk about odors, and, we did a test with our sales folks, we had to convince our sales team that this really does, work for odor control. What we did was when we launched the product and we had a dinner, and there were about, 300 people in this room, about a 2-hour-long dinner, and we hid Litter Genies underneath the table, and we filled them up. We thought maybe having real litter clumps was kind of disgusting. So what we did was we had 2-day-old unrefrigerated blue cheese and fish.
Nice.
Inside these Litter Genies, and we put them underneath the table, and then everybody was having their dinner and listening to the speaker, and at the end of the dinner, the speaker invited me up, and I, revealed that, hey guys, so you wanted to know how Litter Genie worked? Well, take a look underneath the table. You're going to find a surprise. And they all went and, pulled out the litter genie. And I said, don't open it. You don't want to know what's inside. But trust me that there is some stinky stuff in there. And did you guys smell anything while we were having dinner? And everybody's like, no. So, it really does work.
I think that was a brilliant way to do that. And the other thing is, hey, I checked out the site. You go to littergenie.com, and there is this cute video featuring Walter, a gray striped tabby, who gets to meet the litter genie. I love the way you put that together.
Yeah, it was a fun shoot. Walter was a very special cat. I've never seen a cat take orders like Walter did, so he's a really special cat. And we actually also created a video series where he released 2 music videos, so that's also on YouTube as well. So it's a fun brand.
Well, Walter's going to have to meet Zeke, my cool cat, because she travels all over the place, and she's looking for a date for the holiday. So maybe they can pair up.
Yeah, but he's a cool one.
All right. Well, we are giving away a litter genie on this special show. This is it's going to be tagged with the Arden Moore Knows Pets e-newsletter. And this is your first time to our special Santa Paws visit. And I hope you guys come back again next year. But the homework assignment. We asked every special guest, okay, what is a tip or holiday wish you'd like to share from your heart to our listeners?
Yes. So one of the holiday tips is we are having, a lot of great promotions on Litter Genie, and one of the things is if your listeners are big avid cyber fans, the cyber shoppers, we are having a promotion on Amazon. It's a $5 coupon. So if you look up Litter Genie and buy it, put it in your cart, get the one that's not the plus, but the regular $14.99 Litter Genie, and automatically it'll deduct $5 off of checkout.
Oh, nice.
Another one is if you are not a cyber shopper, but you go into the store, Target is actually having a promotion as well, going on till December 8th. It's buy 2 Litter Genie products and you get a $5 gift card. But on top of that, if you go to smartsource.com, you'll actually find a $10 Litter Genie coupon that you can bring into the store. So virtually you're going to get a Litter Genie for free. So it's a really good offer that I hope listeners take advantage of.
Wow, you're keeping the odor out and you're saving money in our wallet. That's not a bad deal. And what about a holiday wish you personally have for all the people and their pets this holiday season?
Yeah, I actually live out here in the East Coast where we had Superstorm Sandy about a month ago, and I do wish all those animals that were dislocated from their family that they all find a home. I know that some of them were flown out to the West Coast to find happy homes. So that is my wish, that all the furry friends they're warm and taken care of during this holiday season.
Well, that's a very good wish, and I'm delighted that you could be a guest on our show. And I want everybody to go to littergenie.com. And remember, she just saved you ka-ching, too, because you got to go to smartsource.com, check out Target, the cyber shoppers amongst us. That's nice. Every dollar counts these days. And we're delighted that you're going to be giving away a free Litter Genie, and we'll send you the winner's contact information. And next time I use the Litter Genie with Zeke and Murphy, I'm going to think about that dinner that you gave with the rotting blue cheese. That was a brilliant idea. So thank you for making our houses smell better.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for having me.
All right. Have a great holiday. Thank you very much. All right, listeners, we've got a very, very special friend to pets all over the planet. She is Lucy Postins. She is the genius, the founder behind the company, The Honest Kitchen. And here's the plain truth, folks. Food does fortify our pets, and not all pet food is the same. It takes a science and an art and a little dash of compassion to bring out ingredients that bring out the best in our pets. And here to talk a little bit about The Honest Kitchen and how you got to be is Lucy Postins. Hey, Lucy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Happy to join you.
All right. So, almost 10 years ago, you came up with this notion of creating The Honest Kitchen, right?
That's right. Yeah, we actually just celebrated our 10-year anniversary this year. So it's been a really fun journey to get where we are today.
So tell us what motivated you to get into the kitchen for our pets.
Well, about 10 years ago, I was the owner of an adolescent Rhodesian Ridgeback, and he was suffering with some skin and coat problems and some ear infections, and I was actually working for another pet food manufacturer, and I'd become interested in doing a homemade diet for him, so I was actually concocting my own recipes in my kitchen, raw ingredients with broccoli and beef and all sorts of interesting, fun things, but it was super messy, and I ended up with a lot of mess in my kitchen. So while my dog's ear infections and skin looked amazing, my kitchen did not. So I began to try and think of a way to continue still feeding him a whole food diet, but make it a bit simpler and more convenient to prepare. And that's really where the idea for dehydration came from, just to simply remove the moisture from the raw ingredients so you have a nice sort of a drier, loose mix that still retains all the natural nutrition and the pigments in the beautiful raw ingredients. And then you could just hydrate it when ready to serve. And that's really how we got started 10 years ago, and it's grown ever since.
Well, you're giving all natural organic ingredients, and it's easy to prepare. I mean, that seems like that was a notion long overdue. I salute you, give you pause and applause for coming up with that concept.
Yeah, I think so. At the time, I had a lot of friends who said, well, that sounds a bit crazy and nobody's used to doing anything like that, and how are you going to market it? And I think I just sort of knew in my heart that it made sense to me, and I just hoped the idea would catch on and it would sort of strike a chord with other people, and luckily it has, and we've got such a strong following, and fortunately, the foods themselves really sort of, they do their job, and they are more than just fuel, but they really are sort of the foundation of good health. And we've got so many great stories from customers who've seen a tremendous improvement in their pet's health, whether it's skin and coat or ears, like I had with my dog, or gastrointestinal upset and urinary tract problems. There's so many things that seem to improve, and I really believe that investing in good quality food with sustainable ingredients is, it's not only better for the planet, but it's obviously much better for the pet, and it's an investment in their long-term health and well-being.
Well, I think we've been teasing our listeners long enough, so we need to let them know what is the special gift basket you will be giving to one lucky listener, and what are some of the goodies inside?
Sure. We have a gift basket worth about $169, and it includes a 10-pound box of our Love, which is our newest dog food. It's a grain-free beef recipe, as well as a box of Beams, which are our brand-new treats. They're made from pure Icelandic fish skin. The haddock, it's sort of a longer-lasting chew and a great alternative to Chinese chewy treats, as well as a jar of our famous Perfect Form, which is a digestive supplement, some smooches, nuzzles, and pecks, which are our little baked cookies, a cookbook, and a jar of our Quiet Tea. The tea is actually just a mix of loose herbs that you steep in hot water, and Quiet is a formula that really helps to calm and relax anxious pets. So it's great for use during the holidays when there's a lot of going on.
Oh my gosh, definitely, because they're not shopping, but boy, their whole routine has been just disrupted immensely. I thank you for being able to do that and give this generous prize. I do believe too, though, if people go on to the Honest Kitchen site and do a coupon code of Santa Paw 12, they can also benefit by a 10% discount on purchases.
That's right. Yes, Santa Paw 12. If they just put that coupon code in at checkout, then they'll get 10% off their order.
Okay, I want people not only to check out the goodies that are good for fortifying our dogs, cats, and other animals on the Honest Kitchen site, but folks, check out this whole mission. It's of practicing pawlanthropy. I love this. Please discuss this term with us, Lucy, and what it all means.
Well, pawlanthropy is a term that we coined a few years ago to really sort of put a frame around the arm of our company, which is for charitable giving. So every month we donate to a different charity of the month. We give a portion of the proceeds from our online sales to a different organization. Sometimes it's a pet rescue, sometimes it's a humanitarian or an environmental charity, but we try to mix it up, and sometimes we allow our customers and Facebook fans to choose a charity for us. And then we also do a lot of giving in terms of food donations and monetary donations to shelters and things like that. So we thought the name philanthropy was kind of cute and a good way to sort of put a frame around that.
I also like your whole concept of protecting our playground, and you're really green with a capital G, aren't you?
We do try to be, yes. Yeah, the environment is a very important thing to us. It's something that we really are very conscientious as we're formulating new products and making decisions about packaging and ingredients. It's not just the bottom line. Aside from pets before profits, it's also the planet. And we try to make very green choices whenever we can with our recyclable and compostable packaging, non-GMO ingredients. We use organic whenever we can. We use free-range chicken from Petaluma Poultry up in Northern California, and wild line-caught fish. So choices like that we make to try and sort of lessen our environmental footprint.
Okay, and who are the special four-leggers in your life this holiday season, Lucy?
I have 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks named Taro and Willow, and then we also have a little blind rescue pug, and his name's Johnson. We got him about 18 months ago from Pug Rescue, and so he's a fun little member of the family as well.
And his name is Johnson?
Johnson, yes.
Okay, I love your names. And as we've asked each of our guests, what is a special tip you'd like to give our listeners and their pets this holiday season? And what's a holiday wish you'd like to unleash to them?
Well, as far as a tip, I think really trying to make sure pets feel included during the holidays. I mean, there's a lot of hustle and bustle that goes on and chaos and disruption to routine. So it's important to make sure animals feel included with a nice walk on during the holidays and perhaps making them some special treats. And I think making treats that you can really infuse with your love and good intention are really a tremendous way to show how much your pet means to you during the holidays, and also a great way to know exactly what's going into the treats because you're making them yourself and not trusting some unknown company. There's a lot of dangerous treats out there with ingredients from China and things like that are making a lot of pets sick. So I think making treats and showing your love that way is a great way to celebrate the holidays. And as far as a wish for pets, I think it's a little bit of a cliche, but a safe, warm, clean place to sleep and a full tummy, I think, is just a simple wish for a lot of pets. One thing that's been very saddening over the last couple of years with the economic crisis in this country has been all the pets who've so sadly had to part ways with their owners during the recession because of financial constraints and, home foreclosures, and some terribly sad stories about pets being abandoned in their own homes in really squalid conditions because the owners just have no means to look after them. So I think really just wanting to support some of the charities like American Humane and foreclosurepets.org, No Paws Left Behind. So those are some organizations doing some great work to try and make sure those abandoned animals are united with new forever homes that hopefully really do last forever.
I think that was very well put, Lucy. I'm delighted and honored that you could be part of our Santa Paws special episode. It's, folks, all about giving and getting back, and here's living proof. She took a concept and she's making the planet a better place for pets and their people. And I'm wishing you and Taro and Willow and Johnson also a wonderful holiday season, Lucy.
Thank you so much, Arden. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. I want everyone to dash over to thehonestkitchen.com. She is giving away a wonderful $169 gift basket full of nutritious, delicious goodies. And you also can check out doing the Santa Paw 12 coupon on the site and be able to get 10% off your order. So we're almost near the end of the show, but I've been having a great time playing the role of Santa Paws. More after we take this commercial break.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh, behave. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dana Humphrey, the founder of Whitegate PR. We have been specializing in PR and marketing in the pet industry for over 10 years. If you have a pet product or service you would like to promote, give us a call. We can help create awareness for your brand on TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, and blogs. Feel free to reach me directly at 619-414-9307 or learn more on our website at whitegatepr.com or follow us on Facebook.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore, in this special Santa Paws episode. I'm reaching down into that bag of goodies, and I may have saved the best for last. And I'm talking about a great product that will let you keep tabs on where your pet is 24/7, 365 days of the year. You know, the sad fact is this. About 10 million pets are lost every year, but our special guest today has a great solution. He's going to help you keep your pet safe and give you peace of mind during the holiday and every day of the year. I really like what this product does, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Dave Vigil with Tag. Hey, Dave, it's nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, great to talk to you too, Arden.
I mean, I had a tag on Cleo's surfboard. I thought that was one of the coolest things. I knew she became a real surfer when there was a camera on her board and we had a tag on her collar.
And we loved it too. She was just out there and being safe, as we know, and it proved that our product is waterproof. So it was great.
Well, I like the fact that you use high tech in keeping tabs on our pets. So if you're in a conversation with somebody, tell us about why people should get the pet tracker tag and, why microchip is just not enough.
Well, you hit the nail right on the head there. As technology has evolved, we've really brought a purpose-built device to solve a problem that's been in existence since the beginning of when humankind started having pets. That they go lost and they go missing, and they've tried to solve it with dog tags and cat tags and then the RFID chip. And now just the next evolution is a tracker that gives you peace of mind and immediately notifies you when your pet isn't where it's supposed to be, and then gives you the ability through an app to track it down and find it, and so you don't have to rely on the neighborhood or just sheer luck to find your pet. So it puts you into control and gives you total peace of mind.
Now, I understand you're going to be giving away a tag tracker to one of our lucky listeners, and I want everybody at the end of the show to please go to pettracker.com and find out more details. But thank you for doing that, and what specifically will they win?
Well, they're going to win a tag, and they're going to win that with service included. And then the other thing that it comes with now is that we just added a new feature, Arden, that allows you, because not all pets are wanderers or escape artists. Many are, as you just said. But we just added another feature to the product that comes in the same package, that is activity tracking. So not only will you be able to find your pet if it isn't where it's supposed to be, but you're going to be able to see how active it is every day and if that changes, and so there will be no more guesswork. And so when you talk to your vet, or if you're concerned whether your pet is getting enough exercise, we're going to give you an easy, safe way to be able to determine, and that comes in with Tag Today too.
I love it, because I was checking on the site, and the part of this new feature, the activity timeline, I love how you say track every run, snooze, walk, and sniff, no matter where you are. So we're going to know if they're really just lounging on the couch and hanging out with a remote, or if they're, doing Dougie aerobics inside the house while we're at work.
Again, it just adds more to the peace of mind. When you close that door and you go out, even to the grocery shopping, or you go to work, everybody's always curious, well, what exactly does my pet do? And now it removes all that curiosity. You will absolutely know. And then when you come home, you can see, well, wow, you've been so active. I don't need to walk you for half an hour. I can only have to walk you 15 minutes. Or if you've just sat around all day in the sun, I better take you for an hour-long walk. So, again, it puts you in control, really easy to use, and it comes in the same exact package that the tracking device is.
Well, I remember when you were first launching this, and I love that you keep tweaking it to make it even better and better. And some cats can benefit by the use of Tag as well, correct?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, many of our customers, if everybody goes to our Facebook page, or Tag the Pet Tracker Facebook page, you'll see people talking every day about how either they save or find their pets, and many of them are using on cats. And we just say that it's probably best worn by animals 10 pounds or larger, and we don't care if that's a cat or a dog, and it works just as well in all those cases. But we know many cats are smaller than that, and many cats don't have collars. But for those that do, try it out, and we have a generous return policy. If it doesn't work for your animal, we really do encourage you to try it out, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, both for cats and dogs.
Well, the other good thing is you make it easy to use. There's a lot of great how-to videos on the pettracker.com site, and there's some really good feel-good stories of people that have enjoyed it. And I'm really glad that you're part of the Santa Paws episode, and we're going to ask you this. I know you have dogs near and dear to your heart. Is there a tip you'd like to share with our listeners, and a holiday wish?
Yeah, the tip I'd like to share is I really do wish that people would go out, and if they're already listening to your show, Arden, they're pet lovers, And so many good things happens when a person adopts a pet and brings a pet into their life. It enriches so many people and the animal and you and your family. And I really encourage everybody goes out there and adopts a pet this holiday season. And I encourage you to do that. Let's put a Tag the Pet Tracker on it right from the get-go.
That sounds good. And what's your holiday wish?
And that is my wish, is that just like RFID chips have become pretty much a standard in the industry, where every animal, cat or dog, has been RFID chipped and protected. We still think that's a very, very positive and meaningful thing to do. We just would like to also make sure that just as many people and put Tag the Pet Trackers on them, because we just really have to stop all these lost cats and dogs from happening.
All right. Well, I love your passion and I love your purpose. And you're not a bad guy, Dave. You're pretty all right. And Cleo gives you big, big kisses because she thinks you're all right. Sloppy kisses from Cleo. I want to wish you a great, great holiday season. Hey, everybody, we have just run down some very, very awesome Pawsome pet products that you might get your paws on. And they're also great gift ideas for you and the pet lover in your life, including Tag the Pet Tracker. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to salute some very, very special charities that you can make a difference with your time, money, and energy. We'll be right back after we take this break. So everybody, you know the drill. Sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. Oh Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
Hi, this is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets. I want to tell you about a brand new product that has customers raving. It's Stop, Quiet, Off Dog Training Spray. It's made from all natural organic botanicals and will not harm or scare your dog in any way. There is nothing else on the market like it. It works because dogs don't like the smell, so they stop the behavior. Stop, Quiet, Off works by spraying it on the chest or near their nose so they get a good whiff of the spray. It works on barking, jumping up, rushing doors, stealing food off the counter, and begging and eating unwanted items on walks. To order your bottle of Stop, Quiet, Off, go to dogtrainingspray.com. That's dogtrainingspray.com.
Hi, this is Marcy Davis and my service dog Whistle, and we're your hosts of Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. Working Like Dogs is the show where you can learn everything you ever wanted to know about working animals or working dogs. Whether you're a member of a working dog team or you've just seen a working dog or animal out at the mall or the grocery store and you're curious about how these amazing animals work with their human partners, then Working Like Dogs is the show for you. Join us for the inside scoop at Working Like Dogs on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, this is John Provost. You might remember me as Timmy from the Lassie series. Well, you know, every time Lassie comes home, she always has me turn on Pet Life Radio so she can listen to Arden Moore. On that show, you know, Oh Behave.
We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to Oh Behave. Here's Arden.
Welcome back to the O Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I am Arden Moore, a.k.a. Sent to Paws. And as you've been listening quite carefully, we have given you the opportunity to win an array of amazing pet products. We have the Pet Loo, so you can help those pets when the weather's not being very nice or not fetching outside. We have the Canine Fitness Vest from Pet Zen. We have the Kittyscape Playground Ensemble from Solve It Pets. We have an amazing $169 gift basket from The Honest Kitchen. We have Tag the Pet Tracker. We just heard from Dave Vigil on the air. And we also talked about a great charity, henrysworld.org, that features a three-legged cat with a mission, and our guest was Kathy Conheim. Now, as we do in keeping this tradition each and every year, I also want to share with you a handful of charities that I feel are making a big difference for pets and people and the planet. I'm going to start off with a great friend of mine. She is a golden retriever. She is known as Surf Dog Ricochet, and that's her website. She's a proud member of the SoCal Surf Dogs, and as all you folks that know, I have 2 dogs, Cleo and Chipper. They are also members of that team. They don't win as many medals as Ricky, but that's okay. She is a wonderful, wonderful golden retriever, and her pet parent, Judy Ferdano. Together, they are really making a difference to improve the lives of others. The special charity that Ricochet has this year, this is Ricochet's 4th annual holiday giving drive, and she's going to target the military, the men and women who may have suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injuries, or other combat injuries. Ricky is asking all of us to just make a small sacrifice, forgo a simple pleasure for one day. Maybe use money that you would normally get for a cup of coffee or a lunch or a movie and make a tax-deductible donation. I urge you to go to surfdogricochet.com for more details and look at the Santa Paws Military Giving Drive. The donation is going to benefit a whole group of men and women from the military, and I think this dog is making a great difference. And she surfs pretty well, too. She's not so bad. So that's a charity I find good for all, and I hope you consider that. The next charity is called Second Chance for Pets, and it's secondchanceforpets.org. I'm going to ask you a question. If anything happened to you, what would happen to your dog, cat, or other pet? The woman who created Second Chance for Pets is named Amy Shaver, and Amy Shaver has come up with this charity, a nonprofit charity. It's based out of California, but it goes all over the country. And what her group does is help animals whose favorite pet person has passed away suddenly find them another home and not have to go to a shelter. If you think about this, is a startling statistic. Believe it or not, more than 500,000 pets are surrendered to shelters every year, and these are the pets whose owners have passed away, and they just never made any plans for the continued care of their pets. And many of these pets are just healthy, adorable, lovable, and they need homes. I want you to please see how you can help Amy and go to secondchanceforpets.org. Now, there's a group for all you cat lovers out there. It is run by a great gal by the name of Becky Robinson. It is called Alley Cat Allies. And this is a national group that has been working tirelessly to benefit cats who may be feral, stray, and in homes. And they're the ones that came up with that whole trap, neuter, return concept. And in 20 years, I think they've made a difference in helping people better understand and respect the lives of cats. They need our help. They need our help, especially since Superstorm Sandy blew through the East Coast and displaced a lot of great cats, and some of the feral cat colonies have been disrupted. They also need your help because when people do bad things to cats and they abuse them or they're into hoarding, Alley Cat Allies steps in. They also step in the legislative arena and try to make laws that protect cats. So I urge you all to please go to alleycat.org and see how you can help. There's a lot of different ways that you can help this wonderful, wonderful organization. I'm also a major, major, major fan of the Morris Animal Foundation. It's a long website, morrisanimalfoundation.org, and they have for many, many years been funding research to better the lives of not only dogs and cats and horses, but also wildlife, and not just here in the United States, but globally. In fact, 100 countries on 7 continents. They make it really easy for you to learn how you can help out. You can sponsor a study. You can do a local fundraiser. You can give something every month. They do this walk in my area each year to benefit cancer research for dogs. They also have a pretty wonderful person behind them who's been on their board for decades. She is the one and only Betty White. Yes, Betty White is that fabulous actress who is going to be turning 91 in January, but for over 30 years, she has been an active board member with the Morris Animal Foundation. So I sincerely hope that she will give them a chance. And finally, there was a young man on our show who really impressed me. He doesn't even have a driver's license yet, but yet he's making a difference for animals. He is Lou Wagner, and he is the genius, the founder behind a group I love to support. It's called Kids Against Animal Cruelty. And you can go to kidsagainstanimalcruelty.org and learn more. He's a big Facebook guy, and you can find out about that. I met him when we were at the American Humane Association's Hero Dog Awards in Beverly Hills, and I was impressed by him. He is going to be a name you're going to know on the movie screen, but he's started a group, the Kids Against Animal Cruelty, when he was living in Ohio as a young teenager, and now he's out in California, and he's just going gangbusters. So everybody, please, these are the charities that I feel are making a difference. I hope in your heart, if you have the time, money, or support, please check out these organizations. What makes us better people is when we can give back. And for me, it is henrysworld.org, it is Surf Dog Ricochet, it is alleycat.org, it's Second Chance for Pets, it's the Morris Animal Foundation, and the Kids Against Animal Cruelty.org. I've had a great time playing the role of Santa Paws today, and I hope you guys win these prizes, and I hope you check out these charities. And so until next time, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. Oh, behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do, and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.